All right, we back, and we just saw The Marvels. Thoughts?
Better than the first one.
Yeah, that wasn't that hard though.
Yeah, the first one really set the bar low. I think when I look at the three characters, the person that I kind of expected them to do the most character development for was Captain Marvel, and when I compare it to the first one, I think they did a good job with that. The comedic part, of course, Miss Marvel brought her A game from the show, being the comedic relief of the entire, bringing that youthful energy. And then, but one thing I didn't like though was I felt that they dwelt too long on the strange relationship between Rambo and Captain Marvel.
I can agree with that one for sure.
I felt that was something that could have been solved a long time ago. I felt that was something that when they did the brain thing, like they could just have solved it at that point. Like, what's the point of taking it further to when they actually start fighting? I'm like, come on, that's too much.
Yeah, I think if I was 8, I would have like eaten the shit out of it. You know, like as like
those kids were definitely.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like, there wasn't really movies like that with girls, but so like that was kind of, I was like excited because of that. But I do think that I didn't really care. Like I wasn't concerned. I wasn't nervous. Things happened and stakes happened, and I was like, oh, okay. Like I didn't really care if people didn't make it. I don't know if there's spoils on whatever this is, but like.
We spoil. It's okay.
We spoil.
You go ahead.
Okay,
say what you will.
Because like Monica dying, I didn't give a shit, and I like wanted to give a shit. I thought she gave a good performance, but like not enough happened. Also, I don't know. I think Brie Larson's a really good actor. I think she's just not good as Captain Marvel. Like she's always really flat.
Yeah.
And every time she was like almost crying, I was like,
man, that was killing me.
It was awful. I was like, I know you've won an Oscar before. And here you are, like, are you being directed to be weird? Or why are you...
Probably.
Yeah.
To me, this was still a flat performance because when she plays Captain Marvel, she always has one emotion. But then, to me, I think this one was better than the first one.
Right, they let her be, like, millennial quirky, but, like, I don't understand why. Like, none of her plot points, it's kind of like Gal Gadot Wonder Woman.
Oh, stop. No,
that's
that is the absolute worst act. Like, that is worse. That is when I realized that Hollywood ain't shit. There's too much other things like going on in the background that have nothing to do with being a good actor.
Another thing that I did not like was Darben. I felt like our story was weak.
Darben, the bad. Okay, yes, I can agree. I liked her powers. I liked what she was doing.
Yeah,
but if she was going hard, she was beating the crap out the Marvel. But it didn't make sense why she was able to really beat the crap out the Marvel.
I'm like, we just saw Captain Marvel how she fought against Thanos. That Thanos had to use 2 stones to bring her down, and all of a sudden, someone without a strong backstory is doing this. Like,
literally.
Come on.
No, and also like all of her reasons made perfect sense. Like I wasn't like, oh, don't do that. I was like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
You can
it was too much. She was like Thanos almost. The way I was just kind of sympathizing with her whole struggle. Like, I'm sure Captain Marvel did just fly in the building and then kill everybody and then leave.
No, and
we've seen her do it a million times.
And I feel like Carol didn't have enough remorse. Like she was like, oh, by the way, I'm the one who caused this problem. Whoops. Like. And it was like a plot twist, but she didn't seem to give a shit.
I think
none of that scene hit.
The reason why that
scene was weird.
The reason I think that's just a consequence. That's not. I don't see that as bad scripting. I see it as a consequence of just the fact that she's one dimension as a Captain Marvel character.
She
has the same emotion as Captain Marvel, regardless. Like her being happy, her being sad, her being angry. She's got the same emotional reaction.
Well, maybe that's because Captain Marvel's jaded from all she's seen in the stars.
But she can't even fucking remember what she's seen in the stars.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm like, what? I don't get it. Miss Marvel was great. She's always great. She's funny.
Yeah, I enjoyed her. I didn't think I was gonna like her, but she was kind of the
among 3 of them, she was the best one.
Not to mention, she hit the little Young Avengers thing. That was funny.
Yeah.
No, that's so exciting. I actually was like, good, excellent. That's a branch I'd like to see.
One thing I like though is they've got my brains turning for that mid-credit scene. Because now I'm trying to figure out what universe that is. If that's the 838 universe or that's a different one.
Well, I'm sure it is. You know, they like to connect everything.
Yeah, but I mean,
thoroughly.
True. Just now what I can't wait for is Deadpool 3 because I know for sure we're gonna see this universe in Deadpool 3 with the rumors.
I didn't even see the second Deadpool.
With the rumors.
Yeah, I did. It was okay.
The second depth wasn't as good as the first, but it's very tough.
But it was very like it was like a comedy kind of movie, but
right.
I'm sure it was connected. You know, they're always trying to set up the next bag.
Mm-hmm. No, I feel like MCU's biggest like I get that they're trying to raise the stakes, right? Like how do you go higher than Thanos? But like I literally like we've seen the world end, so now I'm kind of like
Yeah, and Captain Marvel is just like too strong. Actually.
Yeah, no, it's
like so I don't even know how she was still struggling when she just lit up a sun. Like
you know what?
What is even happening?
Do you know what they're planning on doing? If with the Infinity Saga you saw the world end, with the Multiverse Saga you see the multiverse end.
Well,
and that's what they are literally. The next two Avengers is basically that's what's gonna happen. Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars.
Right. I just feel like it would be better if they went smaller, because like Miss Marvel's show, like it's cool because you're like, oh look, New Jersey, then it's relatable. Like
they've gone smaller though. When you think about it, they've made almost 15 projects. They've made almost 15 projects since the end of
but
Endgame.
They're all multiverse stuff.
Yeah.
I guess that's a line. So I guess it makes sense.
I get it. I totally get it. Also, because like Spider-Verse took over the world, but Spider-Man also has like Spider-Man. Like you have context of like 20 years of movies, and everything. And everybody cares and gets the premise. I feel like with characters like Captain Marvel, like we don't have the same context and appreciation.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah, it's
all we had is like 3 movies with her.
Yeah,
period.
And she like barely did anything in Endgame and Infinity War anyway.
But pretty much take the gauntlet off right when she can.
Yeah, literally, and like get a haircut.
It was like hey, why didn't you do anything? Yeah, the whole time. Why didn't you just do that from the start?
No.
There was too many mysteries.
Stupid. No, she's like too big. Like they're not like they're Superman, but Superman is Superman, and he has a very clear like the kryptonite thing. Like there are things you can do to make
right.
it
Yeah.
And she doesn't have that.
Yeah. Just pour on her.
Oh yeah, she really doesn't have a kryptonite.
No.
I guess she's too strong.
I think she is. I love Superman, and I feel like they do a really good job about. Also, Superman has like Lois and like a real life. Like there are things that happen to him that like ground him in society, and like with Carol, I mean, she very clearly avoids all of her real problems.
That's a problem.
And that is weird as
no, like and then you don't feel. I really don't feel like she feels bad about abandoning all these people
at all.
And I think maybe that's a weakness, because I mean, when you think about it, like if someone doesn't have a physical weakness for their power, then the emotional part is going to be their weakness. She's not emotionally strong enough to deal with issues, and that's why she always gets in them in the first place.
Right, but I feel like they don't let her lose enough. Like she lost her like lesbian lover, and now she's like like that's it. Like I feel like even the all is lost. I don't know if you guys know like screenwriting and Save the Cat, but like where you're at your lowest low, like they were never that low in the movie.
I agree.
And so I wasn't nervous.
The stakes were weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't even like fighting against what was her name? Darvin. Yeah.
The woman.
Yeah. Even when they were fighting against her, it didn't feel like monumental enough. And the actual emotional stakes weren't there for some reason. I feel like for her it was, but for everybody else in there, I didn't feel it.
They kept telling me to care, and I was like, alright. Cute. Also, they were like, we're going to Earth, and then they were never on Earth to like fight. They were like, they're attacking my place, and we weren't like in New York again.
Well, we definitely got that a propaganda shot, so that's all that's important.
Yeah. America. But like,
refugee ship lands in New York, right next to Empire State Building. Poetic.
Yeah.
I think I might be able to date this movie. Okay, this does not make any sense. I just realized that they've made a big plot twist.
They did a couple of those.
They did a very, very big plot twist. So she goes when Miss Marvel gets back to Earth, she goes to this is gonna I'm about to span across 4 different things, movies and shows. When she gets back on Earth, she goes to recruit spoiler alert, what's her name?
Hawkeye girl.
Yeah, Haley Steinfeld's
really
character.
Hot woman.
Yeah, really, really hot, by the way. To join Young Avengers. Now, mind you, at this point, she definitely is a superhero already, because you see her coming in with the bow and arrow. Now, I'm going back to the show, to the Hawkeye show.
Oh yeah,
the Hawkeye show happens during Christmas, right? Remember, it happens during Christmas, because that's literally the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
And now when this happens, if you remember Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 3 ends during Christmas, doesn't it?
No Way Home?
Yeah. No Way Home ends during Christmas.
Yeah,
the last scene is him flying around, and then you see the Christmas tree in New York, in Rockefeller Center, and that exact Christmas tree was the Christmas tree that they broke down in Hawkeye. Now this is where I said there's a very, very huge mistake. When they land on Earth, what is the statue? It's the Empire. It's the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
However, we know that that's being replaced to be Captain America because
I forgot about
that. That was what happened that was where they were.
In Endgame or something?
In No Way Home. They were fighting around the...
Yeah, that's what they were fighting on in No Way Home. So that's a very, very big
detail.
I didn't even think about that.
I just realized that because I've been trying to
find out another multiverse, obviously.
Damn.
I've been trying to figure out the timeline for the end credit scene, and that was why I just realized as a side piece. That's a plot mistake.
Whoops. They done messed up.
They need people like me to be
behind first.
They need people like me behind the scenes to point them at these mistakes because I literally
they need Uber nerds.
Yeah, man, you need a job.
Because I can easily spot them.
You would think they'd have like a continuity human to be like, because
legit. It was like a super fit, like 3 of them.
That is Kevin Feige.
Plus, but isn't everybody thinks
just one
Kevin
man. He's
Feige
working.
is actually like Earth 199999? Like we're not on Earth.
Yes.
What's the main one that everybody thought we were in?
So that's also a confusion because
we're not
it's
on
616.
Yeah, we're not on Earth 616.
It's 616 in MCU, but then apparently when it comes to the Spider-Verse, it's 1999999 because that's what Oscar Isaacs.
B. Parker's in 616.
Yeah, that's what Oscar Isaacs Spider-Man called the MCU universe.
Yeah, 19999. Which they're a Sony entity. They're not MCU, so they can say whatever.
Yeah, they're also like a whole different universe, so they probably have a different scaling system.
So it's not really Sony universe fully because
it's half Marvel.
It's half Marvel because rumors the next Spider-Verse movie is gonna have real life events going on also. It's gonna find a way to be involved in the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yep. And it's only something that they started doing in the second one when you were in the whole the spider base thing and Oscar Isaac's character was taking what's his name?
Right.
Morales across and was showing him the canon events that happened and people that they had arrested from.
Yeah, because Tom wasn't there because they forgot about Tom.
If you had seen, Tom Holland wasn't there, but however they put Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and we already know.
They put Tobey's.
And they put Andrew Garfield, they put Tobey's, and they put, if you remember from the first Spider-Man, the person that what's his name, Childish Gambino's character. They put his character.
Donald.
No,
he was the Prowler.
And he was the Prowler. And there's a deleted scene from the first Captain America movie where he talks to Miles Morales, and it's basically saying he was on the phone saying, "I'm sorry, Miles, I'm gonna be coming late because of what happened because Spider-Man was
right.
So basically, the Sony universe is mixing up with the Marvel universe.
It's gonna combine for an ultimate cinematic universe. I'm here for it.
They were better movies.
Well, the Sony ones are going crazy.
No.
What are you saying?
Well, they're so hit or miss because you get like Morbius and Venom 2, but then you also
I forgot about that. I literally just
Logan.
I got those out of my memory as soon as possible.
Oh, literally.
And to also even make a stronger connection, which they ended up breaking immediately. The end credit scene for Venom 2 was Venom.
That didn't make any
sense.
Can they just stop?
And the next thing we know is at the end, it's like, this is why I think this is how I know there's definitely some form of confusion, because if you have that as an end credit scene for Venom 2, why would you now have in the next Spider-Man movie being Spider-Man?
Yeah, he should have been in No Way Home.
In No Way Home, the next time he comes, he actually shows up in No Way Home, but he shows up in the end credit scene for No Way Home, where Venom goes back to the original universe.
But some of the symbiote stays.
But then the symbiote stays. So it's like, okay, so are you turning back? Like, what's the point of doing that if you're trying to say, okay, you're separate films and separate universes, but then you leave the symbiote from that universe?
I'm so over Venom too, because like in the new video game, it's all Venom, and I was like, really? Like, do we need to? I don't know. I feel like there's only 2 stories you can do with Venom. Maybe.
Not really.
Like Spider-Man and Venom.
Yeah, literally.
There's a lot.
And Carnage.
There's a lot actually.
And
but
they brought in Scream, and I was like, cute for 5 seconds.
So for Venom, actually, there's a lot of storyline you could do because Venom's one of the oldest. Venom's history is one of the oldest
I just want Sinister Six. It's all I want. I've wanted it for years, and they're bringing all. They had Scorpion, like they have all the people there. They just won't do it.
Well, they're building. They actually set it up already, you know.
Yeah, I thought they had that in the last one.
Yeah, they set it up already.
Yeah, but then they all went back. They didn't actually like work together.
So
as, like,
there's gonna be 2 versions of Sinister Six basically. We've had the first one in the latest movie, which was short, which was just like more like a glory moment for every Spider-Man fan. Like I felt that the Sinister Six characters was a glory moment for everyone to bring everyone across the universe. However, the end credit scene, the second one for Venom, has what's his name, which I think is building up to Sinister Six for the Sony universe. The second, what's his name, the character, the villain in the first one, the first Spider-Man.
Oh, Vulture.
Vulture.
Right,
You have Vulture.
Sinister Six.
You have Vulture move into. Vulture got moved when Doctor Strange made that, and that was the second end credit scene for Venom 2. When Doctor Strange did the second spell to end to solve everything, Vulture moved from 616 universe to the Sony universe, and then you see Vulture talking to what's his name, to actually I made a mistake. That's Mobius.
Right, I was just gonna say.
It wasn't for Venom 2, and then you see Vulture talking to Mobius, and that's them trying to create a team. So you're still gonna see Sinister Six sort of team, but it's gonna be in the Venom universe.
Yeah, but they're not like using the name and the vibes. They're just like, if you know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. They did the same thing with Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I get that they thought they'd have a third one, but like, it's not. I don't know. I just like. I was excited when they brought in.
I don't know. Why is he doing it like that?
Hello.
Who's gonna go?
Mysterio, because he's a big Sinister Six guy, and then they didn't do anything with that.
Good old Mysterio.
They got rid of Shocker too, and he's could be Sinister Six. They have T-Scorpion in Spider-Man Homecoming, and then they didn't use him.
Who is T-Scorpion?
They like teased Scorpion.
Oh, teased Scorpion up.
There's British Scorpion. He's T.
T-Scorpion.
T-Scorpion.
But
the other multiverse.
I'm happy that they haven't done Sinister Six with the version of Tom Holland we've had, because the version of Tom Holland has, although they've tried to make him the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, he's not been that character in the MCU based on the tech he's gotten from Iron Man.
Right.
So I'm happy that they've not done the Sinister Six with that type of Spider-Man, because then that Spider-Man is just too OP with the gadgets.
Spider-Man is dead. Now we're in the new era.
No,
Exactly.
I'm so excited.
Now
he's severed. He doesn't have to do any stupid thing.
One thing that is perfect, which is something that has been said by Kevin Feige and John Watts. Then there's gonna be another trilogy based on. So it's not 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be Spider-Man 4, 5, 6. There's gonna be another trilogy, and it's gonna be rooted to the ground. So I feel now it's Sinister Six Spider-Man.
I feel like it's the time.
It's what they're building up towards.
Well, I'm here for it.
I'm hoping. I
All
love
right.
Spider-Man.
Jumping back to the Marvels, guys. Rate it.
Right.
Oh, it was
Rate it.
Rate it? Out of what?
Out of 10.
6.
I was gonna say 6. I think it's a solid 6.
Hey, I was gonna give it a 7.
Really?
It'll land at a 6.5. That's acceptable. Well, I mean, it sucks. That's a bad rating, actually. I'm sorry, Marvels. Wow.
Yeah.
Disney, you suck.
It's better than the Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was a 5 for me.
Captain Marvel was like a 4.
4.5
I can't
sometimes.
remember a single thing. Also, I got tired of the cat bit. The cat bit got old real fast.
That was too predictable. I remember I knew he was going to do that with the cats. I was
and
like,
then they just
not
kept
impressive.
doing it, yeah.
I knew she was going to get trapped in that dimension. Not impressive.
The cat one felt like they were looking for a couple of things that was strong from the first movie, and that was one of, if not the only one, and then they just overused it.
They did like a 48-hour audit of the movie, and were like basic analytics of what did well, and then they just did that again.
GPT the script.
And they said more women, and that was kind of...
loves our cats, we're gonna give them more cats.
The script.
Yeah. It's tragic. They said musical and cats and all the things go.
Well, I like the musical part. I forgot about that already.
Yeah, I think the musical could have been fun, but it didn't come back at all. Like, it was just like this random bit.
It was literally a random bit where she was not even like going hard with the singing. I mean, she was doing her best.
And she can. I mean, I've seen Scott Pilgrim. It's like she can sing.
I forgot she was on Scott Pilgrim. She snapped in him.
Yeah.
Everybody
Black Sheep.
did.
Oh my gosh. No, she can act. That's why I'm always so confused. She's in a new Apple TV show that's doing really well, and she's apparently like phenomenal in it. And I'm like, I know you.
To be honest, I just think like that's the way Captain Marvel has been written. It's not. It's something that's something that's happened so many times that it's not the. I don't think this is the actor's fault. Like literally, this has been the same Captain Marvel we received since she came to the MCU.
Right. She
was like that in her own movie. She was like that in Endgame. She's like that in every post-credit scene. She's like that in her second movie.
Literally.
So it's like at this point, it's not a. And this is you can't say the director thing also, because all of these projects are different directors. I think it's the way Captain Marvel is written.
Marvel Bible.
Exactly. That's just how Captain Marvel is written.
They're like, hey,
she's gonna be a. And to be honest, when I think about the way she's been, and this is going back to what I said about her avoiding, which is okay, maybe a weakness for her, because she's too OP that rather than thinking she can solve her problems with her brain, she either wants to solve them with her face or just avoid them in total. And I think that's the reason why they are giving her that one dimension like feel, because she just doesn't know how to play with emotions. She can't do it, and that's why she's one dimension.
She is like a man's arc in a woman's body, and like it just doesn't read right.
Well, that's her weakness. That's the thing. No, I'm not giving them as a pass. I'm just saying, well, if you're gonna create a weakness for someone that you don't define a weakness for, if you're gonna create a weakness for a strict comic book character who you don't define a weakness for, then that might as well be a weakness.
Right.
What is her comic weakness? Does she have one, or is she just OP in the comics?
She's just a woman in the 80s. I don't know.
Damn.
I think they really, I remember way back when Infinity War and all these were happening, they said they had to bring Captain Marvel in because like there was a thing that she did in the comics that solved all the things. So I think she was just like
she was the only one strong enough
scapegoat.
She was the only one strong enough to wear the. She's the only superhero strong enough to wear the
gauntlet.
Yeah, the gauntlet, which they now retconned for the show, for the film, and let the Hulk be strong enough to do it too. But in the comics, she was the only one strong enough to do it.
Oh, that would have been cool if it was her. I guess that would have made more sense.
Yeah, but I think that I would argue, now, I haven't read a lot of Captain Marvel things, but I would argue in the era that she was invented and all these things, like, they weren't really giving women good roles. And so I feel like they haven't added any. It's kind of like Miles was kind of thrown in stuff for a while, and if you read his old comics, they didn't know what to do with Miles Morales, and so they made him like a jock, and then they made him like a theater kid, and they were trying all these ideas that didn't work, and then Spider-Verse kind of solidified his personality.
Black kids want to be these days?
Yeah, nobody knew. And so with like Carol, nobody's done that work, it feels like. And so they're like, yeah, just like be strong, like the Wonder Woman thing, except for like it doesn't even read the same way because Gal Gadot's like a model, and she's so like you can tell that Bree's trying, but like there's just weird. It's just weird.
Yo, why did they?
No, it's so stupid.
She could have been a better Captain Marvel though in some.
No, literally, can we switch, dude? There's like a good 20 minutes in the first Wonder Woman that like kind of slapped, and then that was it.
Yeah, that was it for the whole career of Gal Gadot, actually.
Literally.
Have
you seen the movie she was on?
You talking about the Iron Heart or Brave Heart?
I don't remember.
Something Heart. Stone of Heart.
Bro,
Heart of Stone.
I haven't seen it, but there was this clip I saw, and it was like it felt like she was legit looking at the scripts while I was doing it. She was reading it so monotonously. I was like, what is this?
I saw parts of Red Notice, I think, the one with Ryan Gosling, and she's like the villain in it. I had no idea. Someone had to tell me. And then I saw Death on the Nile, which was
dry.
And like, exactly, she was just like there.
Like,
yeah, she was just like there. It's like, how are you getting these checks?
No, literally.
Why am I not acting? That is what I think when I watch Gal Gadot in films. Like, I could have, like, and I wouldn't do this, but I could have cross-dressed and I could have been a better woman in this film than Gal Gadot was.
No, for real.
Like, it is mind-boggling how she keeps getting roles.
Yeah, she's really hot.
She is that, but even that's wearing off because she's getting too many roles and she can't act.
Yeah.
It's like the Halle Berry effect.
I haven't seen enough with Halle Berry to have an opinion.
Well, you're not missing out on too much, but she is fine.
Good.
She is fine. But yeah, Gal Gadot, I don't know, she replaces me. I also thought that Captain Marvel looked a little bit sick or something. Like, she was mad skinny. Like, she was finna
I thought she was
Chadwick Boseman or something. Like, is there something I don't know? Now I'm frightened when I be seeing Marvel characters looking. I'm like, oh shit.
For real.
Who's next?
No, I was kind of shocked.
Go.
She was looking real thin.
No, she like had a side profile, and I was like, babe, there's nothing there. Like, you got.
Yeah, that was whoa.
She's been fighting so many wars.
I guess so.
She's up in space.
Religiously fasting.
Space food. She spends all of her time in a spaceship.
Like, I don't even eat anymore. After the Skrulls were beating me in containment, or whatever the fuck was happening in her past.
Literally. I love that Samuel L. Jackson just keeps coming back, and he just always, like, he doesn't have to.
Doesn't give a shit.
He's so funny, though.
I like him so much.
He just be chilling in
I
these
know, right?
No,
like, use me as
paychecks
much as you want. Give me the money. I'm gonna do my best. I don't give a shit.
Literally. Well, I mean, like, honestly, his character isn't surprised by anything, and he's like, yeah, so he doesn't even have to do anything. The praying bit was great.
Amen.
Yeah.
Keep going.
That was cool.
You said, did you remember the time when what's the name? When they came back to Earth and everyone's been emotional, and then you see him in the background and he signals to Miss Marvel, just come here. Like, come.
We got time for no bullshit.
No, he was great. Anytime he did anything. Though I love that they paid 2 extras to talk the whole movie. Like, there's the 2 featured extras that just like kept giving lines. Like, they were like, we gotta give 2 people. And I was like, we can spread the wealth if you want. Either give them names or like let me look at someone else.
Oh yeah, well, we know one is not from Earth because he was 950 years old.
Yeah. Oh, I think they both were. Well, all of them are like Skrull, aren't they?
Oh, that's how that goes. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think so. I think Captain Rambo is not.
Right. Yeah. That's true. But she's also like a superhero. I totally forgot she had. Like, I've seen the trailer 1,000 times because the only trailer they play in movies. But like, I keep forgetting that she got superpowers. Like. That I watched
from WandaVision, yeah.
That I like watched her.
It doesn't even make any sense.
No.
Like what? Oh yes, a witch hex is what did this. Oh yes.
And we're like, yeah.
Death hold. Or the whatever. Was it the dead hold? The dark hold. The dark hold. There you go.
Literally. They're doing another WandaVision. Like, Agatha's getting a show, right?
Yeah.
Because it's got the guy from Heartstopper. That I'm excited.
They already done filming the editing.
I'm here for Agatha.
I think they're.
Didn't she have that song? What was her song?
Yes.
Like,
well, Agatha, all the music.
Agatha all along. Yeah.
It's the couple who wrote all the music in Frozen did all the music in that show.
They did a
That's
great
why
job.
It's so good. The Office theme that they did is so slay.
The only thing that I hated from that show was the fact that
Division didn't make no damn sense.
No, it's never about Division part. I understand, because Division part they're setting up for something else. Division's gonna have a show, which Marvel does, setting up things every single time. But what I did not like was the fact that they teased us so much with the character from X-Men.
Yeah.
And everyone thought that it was gonna be a variant of himself.
Wait, who? Wait, what?
The Quicksilver.
Oh yeah. That was.
And it
didn't make
so
any sense.
much for them to
dumb.
bust that bubble at the end for just be like, it was just a character. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah, that was corny.
Like,
No, it was
you had the
lame.
best thing to do, and make like just do some Easter eggs with.
Yeah, go multiversal.
Like
with it.
exactly. And they just
No,
that,
like
man.
the opportunities they have to do a cool thing with the multiverse, they go, meh, and then
They're about
they
to
do
be like,
stupid shit.
Robert Downey Jr. is back for Iron Man 15.
I don't
That's
want
the type of
I don't
shit
want to
that
see
be on.
RDJ back. He's like
Featuring Captain America.
RDJ has had his run, and the best thing to do is just to close that chapter.
I
You bring
agree.
him back,
Well,
and you're
yeah.
gonna mess up his story.
They'll bring it back though. I feel like
No,
feel like-
they give it like 5 years for Avengers,
Well,
Kangs.
They
like
could in
yeah,
the
for
future,
the
but
end of that.
one thing I'm happy about is so there's rumors
Wow.
that they've been thinking about it for the next 2 Avengers, bringing he and Captain America back.
Well, maybe
But
just
Kevin
the final
Feige
one.
said
Just do it for the
Kevin
final
Feige
one.
said it
If that.
last week that they've never had, like, they're not going to have that.
No, that actually never happened. That was not an
No,
insider conversation.
I just hope they keep it.
Who
like
told
that.
you that?
I hope they keep it like that because that's not gonna be.
No. Also, Captain America's like old now. Like, what are you gonna fucking do? And they're done. They're
but
tired.
you know it's multiverse.
Multiverse. So no, yeah, it's about we don't want that to happen.
We
either.
got him from 2003 while everybody was in New York.
Like for example, in what's it called? In the next place that we saw them, Iron Legion. That's in
Iron Man, Iron Legion,
Iron Legion characters. Like you know what Iron Man was trying to do in Iron Man 2, like make an Iron Legion.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
basically,
I
the
forgot
next
all
time
about
the
that
next
shit.
time we saw them was in the show the movie with this Multiverse of Madness.
What? All those robots? What are you
Yeah,
talking
the
about?
robots. Yeah, the robots that were in the Illuminati. So that was actually a callback. Those robots.
Those were Iron Man's robots?
Yeah.
Did
And
I remember
the original plan was to have Tom Cruise as Iron Man for that world. But because Tom Cruise was filming for Mission Impossible, then
I think that I would have loved that actually.
it was because it's a fan theory. Like it's a fan. Like if you check online, you see there's lots of fan characters for Tom Cruise as
That
Iron
sounds
Man.
like
And they were
AI
going to
going
do
crazy.
it, but then unfortunately they couldn't because of the whole Mission Impossible filming going on.
And we out.